Hi everybody, welcome back to Brand Tip Tuesday with Tammy Zurak. So this week I'd like to talk about branding and networking. So those of you that know me know I'm quite a large networker. I do a ton of networking, and I think that people sometimes don't think about how they act in a networking meeting is maybe reflective of their brand. So I want to talk a little bit about that. So have you ever, if you belong to a group, there's certain expectations that you're going to show up for weekly meetings, those kinds of things. Have you ever considered what does it say about you if you show up late or you leave early for those things? Could it potentially mean that if I sent you a client, you might not be there on time for them, or you might cut their session short? What if there's a speaker and you're off on the side talking? Does that mean that you have some important business to take care of, or does that mean that what you're talking about is more important than what the speaker has to say? What about if you're on your phone or texting? So this is a big one today, right? I think this is the elephant in the room. When you go to a meeting or you go anywhere really today, everyone is on their phone texting, right? You could be at lunch with someone and they're on their phone texting. You can be pretty much anywhere and someone is texting. And what does this say about the person? Again, does that say, hey, whatever you're up to is more important than what's going on in front of you? It maybe could. It could say, you've got something really important you need to take care of. And I get that. But it's all about the communication of that, right? If I don't tell you, hey, do you mind if I respond back to this client? I'm on a time deadline. Got to do this right this minute. You would probably be perfectly fine with that. But if I don't preface it with, hey, I'm just going to do this, or I just go ahead and do it, you might have a problem with that because you might think, whatever she's doing is more important than me. So you have to consider that when you're doing these things, the people around you have no idea what your motivation is. And this is potentially reflecting poorly on your brand, because while what you're doing might be, you could have a sick child in the hospital for all we know, but because we don't know that, it's sending a message about you. And it may be sending a message that we don't want to send you a client because the client we send you might not be treated in the fashion that we would expect based on you showing up late, you texting, you not considering them to be important. And I know you're saying to yourself, well, yeah, but whatever it was I was doing was important. Again, we're not going to know that. I'll turn it the other way. Think about it this way. Think about the last retail experience you had. Maybe you went to buy an electronic, or maybe you just went out to have dinner at a restaurant. What if your server was not talking to you, but they were talking to a coworker, quite often off to the side, and maybe you needed a refill on your drink, but they're too busy talking to their coworker, or they're on their phone texting when you need something and they're not coming by your table to see what it is you need. Or in that electronic experience, maybe you were supposed to meet them at a certain time to see whatever that device was, and they weren't there on time, or they were off to the side talking to a coworker while you were trying to figure out what was going on with the product. You see where I'm going with this. It seems a little ridiculous, right? But what people don't think, every day this is happening and every day this is reflecting on your brand. So I challenge you to think about what you're doing and how it's reflecting on what your business might be. Because I've certainly had the experience that if people are late to business meetings, they're often late in their business for their clients, which might be someone I send you, so I might not send them. So that's it for today. Thanks for checking back in for Brand Tip Tuesday, and I'll see you all next week. Bye-bye.